Having a look at the lineup now, Kanoa Igarashi, current world number 2, up against Conor Coffin, sitting below the cut line at 23. And one of our local wildcards, Ben Spence, who took out the win at the Trials and is getting an opportunity for his first ever championship tour experience.
But certainly the biggest win of his life was getting a victory in the Trials, getting the opportunity to surf against some heroes out here in what's basically his hometown.
And he takes a dive under a massive lip. But he's really had a good run over the last couple years, increasing those standings on the championship tour and keeping his name now in the mix for the world titles. As we see Conor Coffin into a big hook to get things kicked off, connects with the lip on a critical section, and he's going to look for that ski on the inside.
Yeah, good way to open up for Conor. And looking like a good choice, looking very sure-footed on the replay, driving hard off the bottom, swooping top turn. And Conor, a real low centre of gravity, stays nice and stable, solid on his feet. Semi-gun or gun-like performance on such a more compact design, and it is unique.
As we see Ben Spence with a cut back to kick things off, going for a big down carve just to avoid that massive section, and he'll ride out of it. So he's looking to build on that score line. Ben opened up with a 0.67. Conor Coffin puts a 3.67 on the board, and we'll now have another score to come through for Ben. So we see a wild-looking set rolling through the lineup. Kanoa Igarashi using priority now. Patiently waiting for it now. Draws off the bottom into a great snap to start things off. Nice and wide on that second turn. Just works his way around. Doesn't find that critical section to finish off with.
Oh.
Conor Coffin looks for maybe even a little cover up there. Speed of that board just getting away from him.
Conditions changing too at the moment, Shannon. It looks like the wind's really backed off. I don't really want to go out there. I don't want to tap into it, you know, but it's the ones that are open-minded and are looking forward to it.
Kanoa Igarashi looking down the line, goes for a huge layback. A little too far. And he goes down on a heavy section. As we take a look at live action with Kanoa, straight into that rail game to kick things off. Now eyeing it up on a good-looking section. Really extends out of that second turn. Now dealing with that froth and that...
That's the secret. He needs to get back into that place. As we see a replay of Kanoa here. One thing you can bank on Kanoa, he is just going to be super consistent in every single heat. You hardly ever see this guy fall.
And now Conor on the outside using priority. Nice check up into the lip for the first turn. Setting himself up, trying to keep that speed and momentum moving forward as he connects with the lip again. Even just wiping the water away from his face so he can see the next section coming, Richie.
Couple of face wipes there on that one. And it was an okay wave for Conor Coffin and Kanoa. Here's another replay of Conor here, just taking a little time to get to this final section here. A little tap and he gets another one. You can see wipes the hair and the froth out of his eyes. And again, a little cut down.
As we see Kanoa, another red jersey wearer out in the lineup, gets that cut back to start things off on a softer section and now starts to bowl up in front of him. Gives him that little bit of space to unleash on the rail. Now lining it up. Hits the foam for a big finish. And he's looking to drop that 2.33.
There's that consistency again. You just never really see him fall. It's just he's always so solid on his feet. An inconsistency in the reef underneath, as we see Ryder.
And a steep drop from Kanoa, driving off the bottom, holding that rail line all the way around into a big wrap, that top third of the wave. Setting it up for a nice jam in the pocket. In a bumpy section, but once again staying tight on his feet. He did increase his score line, Richie, with that last one as a 4.70, and he's now put a requirement of a 6.21 onto Conor Coffin.
Very smart surfing from Kanoa Igarashi to get that backup score and then get straight back out and under priority from both the other competitors, pick up another decent score, which will potentially improve on that 4.7 again. It's 2.6s. He always finds a way to make it happen. Finds this inside peak here. Beautiful bottom turn off the top, an extended carve. to start things off. Skips down the line here, resets the rail, a nice layback into forward carve, and again, just that tricky foam section, the vortex. He was able to get through that one. Love this bottom turn, driving hard, sets up all the speed off the top. And even as it goes a little flat, you can see Kanoa just drifting the fins ever so slightly, and then skipping over these bumpy sections here, and now throws the back arm in, only for that little moment.
Great to see Ben finally getting that opportunity to unleash and find some good waves on the qualifying series. As we see him take a look at it here now, driving off the bottom. And that wave just feathers down, doesn't allow him a first opening section, but he adjusts well to connect with the lip on the second. And now finding that power, negotiating it so well to ride out clean. Will he get another opportunity? Tags it one more time and gets bounced off.
Yeah, it's a better wave for Ben Spence just to get into this heat and win or lose. What a great experience for him. Just what sort of surfing he can do. Watch this here, a long drawn-out bottom turn, cut short a little bit there. Lip just sort of moved on him. That's a better one, the second and the third here. Gets right up over the foam, tags it, and keeps control. So he'll feel good just getting to the finish of that wave. Yeah, live action.
Here he is with another opportunity. Goes in with a big lip line to start things off. Teeing it up for a big finish. And somehow, is he gonna ride out of it? He is so close to it if he can just stick on his feet. What a wild ride. He's only chasing a 3.74 and the boys on the stands are.
Well, the coaches box there with Micro and Tommy Whitaker, they knew that he had to ride out of that foamy section then in order to get that 3.74. Like, he was on the way to getting it.
As we take another look at this one first.
So driving off the top, almost lost it off the bottom turn, and then gets a little projection floater, and then this critical end section there disappears from view for a second, and we thought he had it here. He was basically almost back on his feet. Yeah, absolutely. It's it's really coming down to this event for Connor, and he has to be careful here. Kanoa with first priority. Okay, he's going to get some action here.
Finds that speed, unleashes into that first turn, and he's going to hold that bottom turn, linking it up. That big wrap. And he'll kick out without hitting the finish. 30 seconds on the clock. Connor now with priority.
Connor Coffin is going to get through this one, and Ben Spence will be off to the elimination round. And Connor will be he won't be entirely satisfied with that performance. His high score only a 4.83, but he's done enough. Progression's progression at this point.
Connor Coffin advancing through just behind Kanoa Igarashi in that #1 spot. Kanoa finding some great rhythm and opportunity to unleash on a couple of sixes.